23 minutes after 8 o'clock. Good morning to you. It's time for Island Tea. It's Thursday, October 19th. As we head deeper into October.
Yes, it's almost the end of October. Wow. We could say it's done the midpoint. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. I am wishing everyone a blessed morning this morning. I have a quote here. It's from Barack Obama, and it says, "We see the future not as something out of our control, but as something we can shape for the better through concerted and collective effort." I'm going to repeat it. It's a quote by Barack Obama, and it says, "We see the future not as something out of our control, but something as something we can shape for the better through concerted and collective effort." I'm going to read that again. It's a quote by Barack Obama. It says, "We see the future not as something out of our control, but as something we can shape for the better through concerted and collective efforts." Yes, former President of the United States, Barack Obama, said those words. And this morning, I found something a bit, I would say, interesting, for maybe even lack of a better word. Jamsa, earlier in the month, we discussed the National Heroes Day, the inaugural National Heroes Day for Grenada. And I was looking at this article, and it said that Grenada, for the first time, will have a public holiday on October 19th.
That's today. Right?
That's today, called National Heroes Day. However, this inaugural event will not see anyone being declared a national hero. That's what the article said. And it continues to say that, speaking to the media conference, Gail Purcell, member of the National Organizing Committee, made it clear there will be no naming of any national hero for 2023, as she says the inaugural event is meant to focus on the events of October 1983 and commemorate it in remembrance. It was explained that the National Heroes Day itself will be fully rolled out during the course of the next year to give an opportunity for review and a consultative process with the general public to focus and highlight what the criteria and process will be. Purcell noted that there has not been any designation of a national hero to be made on October 19th, 2023, as the intention is moving forward for October 19, 2024. The process and foundation will be laid during that period, which will allow citizens to hear their views and share to form part of the final decision making. So it goes on to say that National Heroes Day will start at the National Stadium with a service at 9 a.m., which all are invited to attend. The chair of the National Celebrations Committee, Jackie Alexis, revealed that family members of the late former Prime Minister Maurice Bishop, his wife, will be joining the event. Representatives from the Maurice Bishop October 19th Martyrs Foundation were consulted and offered support to the committee in putting the event together. So there will be a choir performance and a short production scene which revolves around October 19th, 1983. At 1 p.m., the church bells will toll across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique, followed by 1 minute of collective national silence as citizens are asked to pause and acknowledge this moment in remembrance and respect for those who are no longer with them. Grenadians are also asked to gather in their number on Candisie at 7 p.m. for a light tribute, which will mark the final activity.
Carriage, you mean?
Yeah, carriage, which will mark the final activity for the day. Hmm.
So what's your take on that? You think it's you
Yeah.
think that they should have waited until they had maybe a handful of national heroes named?
Well, it makes me wonder. The article has not indicated any person being named that before. I mean, this is the first time that they are going to have it as a national holiday, but they haven't indicated whether it said that there will be no naming of any national heroes on this day for this day, but the article fails to highlight whether there has ever been um, a named national hero for the country.
So you're saying they don't have any national heroes like we do?
That
Meaning, no, there are no official national heroes?
that is what I'm now
I'm
pondering.
surprised.
I'm pondering.
Haven't they been independent since what, 1977 or something? Or
I'm pondering whether there is or there isn't, but based on the article, it is clear that none is being named on this day, and there has not
Wow.
been a mention of any in this article who had been named previously. So I don't know. It's something interesting. I never thought about it until
yeah,
I actually
mean,
read the
I just-
article this
I
morning.
just assumed that they had national heroes.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
like
not,
well,
that's-
officially, officially designated national heroes.
Mhm. Again,
Interesting.
I don't know if they have. The articles only said that they have not named one for today, and but it also did not mention previously named national heroes. So
That's curious.
yeah, so that's something
I
I have
mean-
to confirm.
I mean, one year we have to confirm if they have any official national heroes, and two, I mean, why didn't they just wait until, wait until they actually if they don't,
But
why?
the thing about it, because I'm reading this here now, and it's only when I was coming to the show, I was like, okay, let me look and see what's there, and then I see 15 minutes ago and this article, and it's not something that I thought about before.
Well, when you started reading, I didn't think of. I just assumed they had national heroes.
So, but then the fact that they're going through the process as to how to.
So why have the holiday then until? I mean, they could have waited until next year
Well, they said this.
or whenever.
They said, well, they said in their argument, as we read in this article,
Oh,
is
2023.
that they're going to
like it's
announce
like
it today,
Yeah.
and then afterwards.
It was 1983, so maybe it's a milestone thing they wanted
Yeah.
to. Yeah, okay.
So
I could see that.
what they're saying is that today is going to be, remembrance of Maurice Bishop and those persons who will have lost their lives during that time in 1983 on this day. And going forward, they're going to form committees in order to come up with a criteria to choose national heroes. Mm-hmm.
And then
Interesting.
I saw this story about what was it? Venezuela's pulling a Russia.
Yeah.
Guyana wants clarity from Venezuela on military buildup on the borders. What's going on?
Yeah, I saw that. So it says that the Guyana government Wednesday said it had requested an explanation from Venezuela and made various reports that the South American country had been increasing personnel and executing military exercises by Venezuelan troops in a close vicinity to our borders. So a statement issued by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation noted that the government has taken careful note of the various social media posts regarding the movement of the troops. And it goes on to say, quote, the government wishes to advise that every piece of information is taken seriously and is being examined in detail. The Guyana Defense Force has also been reviewing these reports. To this end, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation requested today an explanation from Venezuelan ambassador who claimed that the mobilization of troops was geared towards curbing illegal mining operations. It is said that the government remains on guard and has nevertheless shared the increased military activities by Venezuela taking place on its borders with CARICOM heads and other international partners.
Remember the Russians that said that they weren't invading either, so I don't know. And maybe, I don't know, maybe they're thinking, the Americans are bogged down and distracted, so
Mm-hmm.
this is a good time to take the Essequibo region. You know, that's the region that's been
Yeah.
causing all the.
Mm-hmm. But they're saying, well, in their argument or their defense is that we're just um, ensuring border control and those things. I think based on what they were saying right there, they're saying here that the media reports have reported that the increased presence of Venezuelan soldiers, with some indicating that there continues to be a crackdown on illegal mining. So illegal mining in Venezuela, and a number of military operations appear to have been launched to address the issue. So not border control, illegal mining. So they have brought in troops because of the issue of illegal mining.
Interesting.
Yes.
I mean, the chances of Venezuela invading Guyana are probably close to nil, probably, But then anything is possible, because I didn't think Russia would actually invade Ukraine either.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually didn't think Hamas. Well, let me take that back. I mean, they've these Muslim extremists constantly prove that they're capable of anything. So maybe I'll take that one back.
Remember we were talking about the Canada CARICOM trip.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we said that Skerritt is as the head of CARICOM right now.
Oh, he's scared now?
Yeah. So he is co-chair. So
Mm-hmm.
he has an article saying that Skerritt cuts Canada trip short as tropical storm approaches Dominica.
Yes, I was just about to read the weather. Take a look at the weather to give people a heads up. Oh, so that's good.
Yeah,
That's,
he says Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt is returning to Dominica on Thursday as a strengthening tropical storm Tammy could become a hurricane by the end of the week. Skerritt, the chairman of the 15-member regional integration group in CARICOM, has been co-chairing the first ever summit of Canada and CARICOM leaders that began in Ottawa on Wednesday. A government statement said that Skerritt is to cut short his stay in Canada and return to Dominica on Thursday as tropical storm Tammy approaches the Lesser Antilles. A tropical storm warning is in effect for Dominica, Barbados, and the French islands of Martinique and Guadeloupe. And the Miami-based National Hurricane Center said that the storm is strengthening as it approaches the Lesser Antilles. It is said that Tammy is about 460 miles east of the Windward Islands with maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour, and that additional watches and warnings will likely be required later on Thursday. Tammy is moving towards the west near 17 miles per hour, and the NHC said that a turn towards the west-northwest is forecast by tonight, followed by a turn towards the northwest Friday night or Saturday. This is a quote here on the forecast track. The center of Tammy will move near or over the Leeward Islands Friday and Saturday. End of quote. It said, adding that additional strengthening is forecast during the next couple of days, and Tammy could be near hurricane intensity by the end of the weekend. Though Saturday night, Tammy is expected to produce storm total rainfall of 3 to 6 inches, with maximum amounts of 10 inches across the portions of the northern windward into the Leeward Islands.
And in fact, the weather report for today says we have an 80% chance of showers today and a 50% chance of thunderstorms tonight. 80% chance of showers and 50% chance of thunderstorms as Tammy gets closer. So yeah, I imagine the supermarkets. You ever notice whenever there's a hint of a storm, you go to the supermarket and like the bread, all the bread is gone, and maybe not all the toilet paper like during COVID, but but like you go looking for stuff. You go looking for some stuff and it's all gone. I'm like, and you're like, I'm like, people, it's not that serious, you know?
The thing about it is that, I think when it comes to these natural disasters and, COVID and everything like that, you see where people shopped They shopped, and when storms are coming, the supermarkets are buzzing.
Yeah. And
People are shopping. I think
and
recently though. I think recently, well, at least during this season,
but
I
remember
haven't seen it that
remember
much.
we were on the while those islands are on our warning, we're on our watch, so maybe not as urgent, but still,
Yes.
And I know sometimes we're not even on our watch, and people, you know,
Better safe than sorry. But luckily, at least for us, thank God, and I hope it continues, is that we've been spared much of anything. So
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that
Yeah.
that continues.
yeah.
I hope
I hope this is. I
continues.
hope this isn't the one where this isn't the one. This isn't the exception, the unpleasant exception.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's 8:39 people. What else is up? As we get closer to Carnival, I just saw something here about DJ Terror being he's going off to Portugal
Mm-hmm.
to
Mm-hmm.
play at some soca weekend thing.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So
Good news.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That should be so. Okay. Here I'm seeing that the Bahamas blast the EU for using outdated data to place it on blacklist. So the Bahamas government has criticized the European Union for relying on outdated information in order to keep the Caribbean community on a list of countries regarded for non-corporation jurisdiction for tax purposes. So it says that the EU chose the name Belize and Antigua and Barbuda as the latest CARICOM countries to the list. In addition, the EU name, well, these are other countries. Let's focus. Okay, so for the here they say that at the same time they removed the British Virgin Islands, Costa Rica, and the Marshall Islands from the list. It also says that the EU said, apart from the new addition, other Caribbean countries included in its 16 non-cooperative jurisdictions are Anguilla, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos.
Anguilla is still on the list.
That's what they're saying. Apart from the new addition, the other countries included in its 16 non-cooperative jurisdiction, Anguilla, Bahamas, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos.
Because when you said which country you said first was? You said British Virgin Islands was not on the list. So
No, they just removed it. They said at the
removed
same
it.
time they removed it. So BVI
Yeah.
has been removed. Costa Rica has been removed.
Yeah.
Marshall Islands have been removed from.
So
Yeah.
my initial response to that or reaction to that was that they removed them because they were British territory. But then you said there are two other British territories on the list, which is
Oh no, not because
Turks
they're
and
British
Caicos.
territory.
No. But I
Oh.
mean that's what I was.
Oh,
thinking.
that's what you were thinking.
Because it's a British. They're
Mhm.
not gonna mess with the British. But then you're saying Turks and Caicos and what was the other one?
Anguilla is
And
on the
Anguilla
list.
are on the list, yeah, so,
they're
okay.
still on the list.
So maybe it's not that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they all. So I guess each of those territories have slightly different approaches to, I guess, the way they run their.
So this is
They'll
what it
fit
says,
there,
right? This says the
yeah.
council regrets that these jurisdictions are not yet cooperative on tax matters and invites them to improve their legal framework in order to resolve the identified issues, this EU said in a statement. But NASA said that the EU's determination was based on the recommendation of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development Forum on Harmful Tax Practices meetings held in April 2023 before many of its reforms for economic substance were implemented. It says that the Ministry of Finance statement said that FHTP will meet again at the end of this month and that the government is cautiously optimistic for a favorable review by the FHTP. A favorable review by the FHTP at the end of the month will be considered by the EU in their February 2024 meeting. The government of Bahamas has and continues to do everything in its power to address the compliance with the economic substance regime.
Well, interesting.
Yes, I'm grateful
Wow.
that I didn't see St. Kitts and Nevis on the list at least. So, yeah. I'm seeing this article from
I-
Luke. Go ahead.
Wow. No, while you're reading, I'm here looking at it. There's a Grenada story here. It just shows you how lucky we are in a lot of ways. And, sometimes not lucky, maybe blessed. But
Yeah.
I'm looking at this story. It's about, wow. Grenadians to pay more for 100-pound cylinder of cooking gas. So, I pay, is it 140 or 110? I can't even remember. For the large tanks, right? Cooking gas. I know the small one just be like, they're like $30. The small, they're like $30. So I'm looking at the prices here. Grenadas, the prices are being increased by $12.25 on the large tanks, and I cannot believe these prices. I was actually gonna say it's probably. So the new price for 100-pound cylinder of, well, the old price was $268.75, and the new price is $281. A price change of $12.25, like I just said, and let me see, the 20 pounds. Oh my God. The 20 pounds. Oh, the 20-pound cylinder was basically it was always more than us. It's $40. The price hasn't changed, so they actually pay more for the small tank. We pay $30 here. Wow. And let's see the gas. I think they have gasoline prices here as well. Is it? Yeah, gasoline is the gasoline has gone down by 2 cents. So the 16.88 per gallon, and it just went down to 16.86. This is Grenada, in case you're just joining us. Diesel is 16.25 a gallon, and that has gone up to $17. Kerosene, people still use kerosene. Yeah, okay. So I am really, and then the gas costs even more on the small islands, the Grenadines, Carriacou and Petit Martinique. The small cylinder is $49, so it's $9 more than the mainland, and the 100-pound cylinder is $291. Well, it's gone to $304 now. It was $291.75. Wow. It just shows how much. This reminds me of a Nigerian friend, right? Who used to was a friend of a friend, and I remember he used to tell me how they, well, not one, a bunch of them, they used to complain. No, they used to say how we were always complaining, and oh, you Kitchens are always complaining. In Nigeria, we don't even have electricity, and at least you guys electricity,
But there's a calypso. There was a calypso. Oh, there's a
complainers.
Yes,
Socrates. Yeah, good song too, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, you remember that one?
Yeah.
It was a female.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice song too. Complainers.
Yes.
So I remember he said he used to tell them, well, you guys are saying, you guys will say that, but we know that it could even be better here, right? So please don't expect us to look at you and say, oh well, at least we have electricity in Nigeria, so we shouldn't complain. That's not how it works, right? But I just thought it interesting that they pay more than they pay twice as much for cooking gas. Wow. Man.
Yes. So there's an article here on Loop. St. Kitts and Nevis mourns Carnival icon Stanley Franks, and it says St. Kitts and Nevis Carnival icon and historian Stanley Franks, MBE, has died. Franks passed away yesterday. Well, this article was published 17 hours ago. Many across St. Kitts and Nevis are paying tribute to Franks, who is one of the architects of the country's carnival festivities. The St. Kitts Nevis National Carnival Commission hailed Franks, who was awarded the prestigious Gold Standard Award in the inaugural Sugar Mass Awards last year, as a true icon of Carnival. Stanley was a true artist, a costume builder par excellence, who added vivid colors and spectacular designs to countless troops. He also showcased his talent and creativity by crafting magnificent costumes and props for contestants in the talented teen and national queen pageants, as well as for Calypsonians. End of quote, said the SKNCC in a social media post. Stanley Franks, quote, Stanley Franks Jr.'s enduring legacy is etched into the very fabric of our nation, and his impact on our cultural and community endeavors will continue to resonate for generations to come. We extend our deepest condolences to his family. Our hearts ache, for we have lost not only a national icon, but a dear friend and a warm spirit whose presence was immeasurable. End of quote. Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Geoffrey Hanley said Franks was one of the people that inspired him to be the man he is today. And this is a quote from Deputy Prime Minister Hanley. He says, witnessing his dedication in my childhood, I aspired to be like him. Volunteering on committees with him, I learned about our heritage and the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party constitution. Mr. Franks, a fearless politician and advocate for workers' rights, shared his wisdom with me. End of quote. It goes on to say, too, I guess this is the further quote from Deputy PM Hanley. It says, in our last conversation on September 16th, 2023, during our branch National Heroes Day event, he entrusted me with preserving our history. I assured him of our commitment. I cherished the memories praying with him at the hospital. My sympathies to his wife, my history teacher, Mrs. Blundell Franks, their children, and the entire family. End of quote. It also goes on to say that the St. Kitts Nevis Football Association remembered Franks as a remarkable player, administrator, and match official. The association thanked Franks for his service and dedication to developing football on St. Kitts and Nevis. This is a quote by the association. SKNFA deeply values Mr. Franks' contribution to the development of football in St. Kitts and Nevis and conveys sincere condolences to his family and the wider football community. May his soul rest in peace. End of quote, the association said. Yep.
Yeah, so I want to express my extend my condolences to the family members and friends of Stanley Franks.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, the Pan Am Games get started in Chile this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's held every 4 years and usually the year before the next Olympics.
Yeah.
The reason it's so late this year is because of the fact that in the Southern Hemisphere, it's summer now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So if they had held it up early in the year, it would have clashed with World and Championships, and then also it would have been winter, so it would have been much colder. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I think our first guests.
They're here?
Yes.
They're supposed. Okay, they're early. Good.
Yeah.
So I guess we could, sooner or later, those who are listening are going to hear from them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying, the Pan Am Games, it's basically the largest multi-sport event in the Americas, and they have a lot of the sports that you'd see at the Olympics, like swimming and so on. And there are going to be three, I don't know if people know, there are going to be three new sports. Cricket is going to be added. I was hearing that I think they still haven't fully decided yet, but I think cricket is going to be added for next year's Olympics. But they're also adding breakdancing. I think breakdancing will be, yes, you know what breakdancing is, right?
Yeah.
And breakdancing and skateboarding will be are going to be added to the Pan Am Games. And of course, you know, they've always done things like archery, diving, equestrian, all those things that you expect to see at the Olympics. And this is going to be a chance for a lot of people to qualify for next year's Olympics in Paris. Yeah, in Bedbug City. let's hope they get that sorted out. It's kind of nice to turn a knife on them with that stuff, you know, because you know they like to look down their nose at the rest of the world.
Which country that?
Paris, France. Yeah, remember that's where the Olympics is going to be next year. Yeah. So they're saying that usually what happens at the Pan Am Games, America usually gets most of the medals, and then you have Brazil, Canada, and Mexico fighting for second, third, and fourth. Oh, and did I say Canada? Brazil, Canada, Mexico.
I know you said Mexico.
Yeah, you're usually fighting to bring up the rear. With like the last one they had in 4 years ago.
Yes.
The U.S. won 293 medals. Brazil was second, a distant second with 54 gold. Mexico was third, and Canada was fourth. So I'm going to be looking for that. I'm going to be looking for that this weekend.
So, in some positive news, is that St. Vincent and the Grenadines expects record 2023-2024 cruise season. So, the Caribbean destination St. Vincent and the Grenadines is looking forward to a bumper 2023-2024 cruise season. As the Minister of Tourism says, the numbers are looking positive in comparison to the last cruise season. The tourism minister announced in a media conference that tentatively St. Vincent and the Grenadines expects 377 cruise cars. He provided the following information, or he provided the following breakdown of where the 377 cruise cars are expected. He says 116 cars from Port Kingston, 100 cars from Bequia. He says 28 cars 116 cars to Port Kingston, 100 cars to Bequia, 28 cars to Union Island, 67 cars to Meru, 61 cars
Did you say Bequia?
Yeah.
Isn't Bequia like isn't Bequia one of part of Guadeloupe and Martinique or something?
Okay, maybe I made a mistake then. 61 cars to Tobago Cays and 5 cars to Canoe. Yeah.
Canoan.
These French names.
Canoan?
Yes.
Actually, you know, Meghan and Harry were just there.
That was the Caribbean country that they visited?
Yeah, it's part of the Grenadines.
Yeah, I saw an article saying that, basically saying that
they
were spotted.
They spent the weekend there last week.
In a Caribbean country.
And apparently, I saw a picture of a bag. I don't know if you remember those Eastern Caribbean flour mills bags from that the flour used to come in, like a white bag with so she bought a shopping bag made out of the flour bags that apparently a souvenir shop sells. So I saw pictures.
There was an article on it. See?
I said,
no, this is something else. Okay. Yeah, there was an article.
And St. Vincent is where the flour is milled. So, so.
There was actually an article that I saw earlier this week which indicated they had been more or less spotted.
They were spotted walking. I was like, can you imagine how weird that would be? Like, you do a double take, especially, wait. And you're like, nah, they maybe just look like them. No, they don't look, two people, that would be like a huge coincidence that two people just happen to look like these other two people, right?
Yeah.
Let's squeeze in a call before we talk to Marcia. Caller, go right ahead. Keep it brief.
Good morning, Jumpster. Good
Hey,
morning.
hey, good morning. What's up?
Good morning.
I'm here, but I just have two issues.
Tell us about
One
it.
of the issues is that we had a hurricane a while ago, and we lose Win FM in the northern side of St. Kitts.
Yes, I
We're
spoke
having
to.
another hurricane, and Win FM is still up the air.
Yes, I spoke to them this week about it again. So it's something that they're working on.
Yeah, someone was
we
just
have
telling me yesterday too that over by the Stadler's area,
Yeah.
they can't get to Win FM.
Yeah, we're working on it.
So tell the people put them on. We don't like excuses, we just want it done.
Yes.
True.
I mean, you sit there on the radio practically every day and tell everybody the amount of excuses they make for not getting things done and they not doing anything. No, you're giving excuses for not having it,
True.
That don't make any sense.
True.
Everybody
True.
make excuses. Get out and get it done.
I agree.
And,
Okay.
and in adequate time. Because people need to have it, up and running.
I agree.
I've not seen, but I've seen a video circulating with a lady was in the street, and it appears as if that there was some domestic violence or something like that, but which I'm very disappointed. And one of the things is that families should teach their daughters when it comes to men, don't accept the first lash from any man. If you start, he will not stop. He will think that he will get comfortable doing it, and he will continue to blow you until eventually something seriously happens to you. You might lose an eye. You might become retarded because he hit you in your head. And nobody could love you if they're beating you. You don't walk that way. That's not true. Somebody is beating you. They don't love you. They're abusing you.
True.
And don't try to love somebody who is not loving you. It's not going to work. You have to have a two-way street. It's you and me. So violence does not solve anything, and nobody wins. So those are my two concerns.
Okay.
That people have to learn to put their hands in their pocket and keep them there and keep them off of people. You cannot put your hand on people. That's no way.
True.
Yeah.
So that is how I feel, and that's all I have to say for now. And have a good day.
Okay, well said.
Thank you so much.
Okay, right. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna be working on the antenna problem for Win FM. So don't think we've forgotten, and all the people in that part of the island, just patience. These things aren't done overnight. Okay, so we have Marcia coming up next. Marsha, oh boy. Yeah,
You said it right the first time,
Oh, I said it right the first time.
Yeah,
Okay,
then-
Marcia. Boy, I always do that. See, I think Alicia Keys, But yeah, she's gonna strangle me at one of these times.
Yes, I'm sure she will.
Okay, let's 9:00. Let's go to the break, and we have Marcia coming up from Creative Economy.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
The St. Christopher Children's Home 12th Annual Family Walk Run is back. Join us on Saturday, October 21 at the Royal St. Kitts Golf Club for an afternoon of fun and fitness. The event kicks off at 3 p.m. with registration and warm-up. Adults $50, children 6 and over $25. Paid tickets include a popular event shirt at Babica Lunch served by the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. Tickets available at Harper's Office Depot, Four Ways Restaurant and Bar in the Circus, Royal Beach Casino, and online at events.jad.cash. Complimentary transportation provided from the Sands Complex and the fire station every 30 minutes beginning at 2:30 p.m. until 6:30 p.m. We'll see you at the St. Christopher Children's Home 12th Annual Family Walk Run.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Captivating, entertaining, exhilarating. ECCB at 40 presents its Creative Arts and Island Night Festival. happening on the grounds of the ECCB campus on Saturday, 21st October from 3 p.m. until 11. This event will feature vendors displaying local arts, craft, and products on sale, a children's recreation corner, a taste of the island's cuisine and culture, a well-stocked cash bar, outstanding performances by the staff, musical artists, cultural acts, and more. To attend, you must register online by Wednesday, 18th October. Log on to the ECCB website at www.eccbcentralbank.org and register today. It's an invitation by registration, first come, first served. So come on out to an evening of fun with your ECCB family. Excite your taste buds as we visit the islands, learn the history of the ECCB, and celebrate ECCB at 40 with food, drinks, entertainment, culture, and creativity. I'll see you there.
It's October, and the TDC Home and Building Depot has gone pink in support of breast cancer awareness. Shop in-store or online for our pink tag specials with up to 75% off selected items. And be sure to look out for our Flash Sales Fridays, where you get even more savings. Plus, every Saturday from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m., our team of health professionals will be in-house, offering free breast screening and the chance to win a free mammogram. So this October, remember to think pink. Think TDC Home and Building Depots. Terms and conditions apply. See stores for details.
Five minutes after 9 o'clock, and we have Marcia. I finally got it right?
Marcia.
I finally got it right.
Yes, you
from
did.
Creative Economy.
Woo.
Yes,
Good
but
morning.
I'm not going to tell you, right? He got it right. And then he called you Masha. And I was like, but you had it right the first time.
Yeah, when I came back in, I mentioned it. I said it right the first time, and then I corrected myself, not realizing I was correcting myself, saying the wrong thing.
Boy.
Yes.
When you go up, you'll get it.
Ooh, you're not gonna, Jamsie, you're not gonna have Lulu coming after me though, because
Trust me, you know what? That's right.
Who? Lulu, her mama.
My mother.
Oh, she listened to the program. You have to call her correctly. Yes. So we are here with Marcia, and she is here as a representative from the representative of the creative economy. And so, Marcia, tell us, so many things are buzzing in the creative economy.
Yes, we are. Speaking of buzz, good morning, everyone. Marcia, dance specialist, creative economy. I'm just passing through for 2 minutes just to make a public announcement. But since, as I said, buzzing, right now we have a songwriting competition and workshop. Tonight is actually the last. We have invited persons who are talented in musical writing skills, and so we have the infamous Jelani Shaw from Trinidad. He has been here for 4 days. Today is the last at Marriott, and they have been engaging our youth and persons who are musically oriented. Tonight again is the last, so we look forward to the closing of that, and there is a $5,000 reward with a opportunity to have your music mastered and arranged and, professionally done from the winner from that workshop. So they've been meeting every day from 4. But what I really want to speak about briefly is our home. And I'm very moved when I say this, because for years we have been, as creatives, longing and desiring for a space to call our home. And the minister, Mr. Duggins, have outlined or mapped out a space and a plan for creatives, a creative arts center that is going to be like none other, state of the art. And so the general public, we are inviting you to come on Monday, this coming Monday at 6 p.m. at Kuno Conference Room that's in Fort Lands. It's an official public consultation, and you would be able to share your vision as to what you envision the Creative Arts Center would be. What do you want included? You want to see dance studios, you want to see music studios, you want to see a culinary area, you want something for sculpting, you need a place where the plats here. Whatever your area is, we invite you out. I want to take the opportunity to make sure that people come out on Monday, because I don't want it to be said that, oh, I just build a thing and I consult nobody. We want persons, we want to hear from you, we want to include you in our plans. So you are given a chance to explore the plans that are going to be displayed, because I don't have them now and you're not going to see them on the radio. You must come on Monday and just be a part of the whole process, because when it is said and done, we want to make sure that we consulted as many persons as possible, and we hope that this is a step in the right direction. And so on Monday, the Monday is the 23rd of the best month, may I add, October. Kuna Conference, 6 p.m. And we want everybody there. We want everybody there because we need everybody's opinion and their voices and the critiques as well, because we may present something that does not favor you. And so you can debunk what we have presented and say, why don't try this, why don't do this? So we welcome all.
Okay, then. So basically you don't have to say, because I guess that's the surprise as well. There's already a spot allocated for the arts
yes, that
center.
would be mentioned on Monday.
Okay, awesome. So it's an opportunity. I know
Also, so you can't tell us where it's going to be.
No, I can't.
Okay.
That will spoil it. That will spoil the fun.
Let me try again. Is it going to be where the new school was going to be? Maybe?
The new school?
Where it was going to be?
I don't know. I don't think so, though. Remember they have this whole talk about the aquifer and
Okay.
want to avoid that.
Okay.
So you want to get
Yes,
you in
we'll try
trouble in here.
But it's yes, I know. It's a consultation, so you can actually, maybe you can come and propose a space.
She's just my match, huh? Wow.
So all the insights, no matter what area, DJs, hair platters, cosmetologists, mixologists, sculptors, artists, whoever you are, we want you to come on out, because every voice must be heard, every voice is valued and appreciated.
Yes.
And so we want to include as many persons to have a discussion. It's a discussion, not a lecture. So we would present you the plans, and you'll see how inside look, how outside look. As a matter of fact, the poster that is circulated actually have a visual of the outside, the aesthetics of the outside, because we want it different. You know, you travel and you see different spaces, and we want ours to be top class, top class, and memorable and inviting, you know, and welcoming, because you don't want to say, oh, from the look of the building, we want it to be inviting.
Yes.
Let me ask a question. Will it include some of the sporting disciplines, or is it just cultural?
No, let's stop right there.
Okay.
We are talking about the arts, the creative arts.
Okay.
Long ago, I've seen, I think I've been around long enough to see different plans, and they always include sports. I know sports is a part of our ministry, but we have so many sporting facilities already. Time and a half, one too many. But this is for the arts. We have been, before my time immemorial, longing for a space, and so we're gonna get a space, and it will not include sports.
Okay.
No, in some spheres, dance is considered. Dancers are athletes because we do physical activity. We are strong. We got endurance. We got all of that good stuff. But we're focusing on the arts. If you're going to dabble in sports, then we're counteracting what we set out to do. So that's not a part of our vision. We want to focus on the arts because there's so many things. And I'm sure when we finish with this building, it's going to be too small. Because it's so much to encapsulate. You have to embrace so many things. I just see the whole of St. Kitts like the Creative Arts Center. That's not in my mind. That's what it should, because we need space. Space is very important when it comes to artistic work. You don't want to be in a studio dancing and somebody over there carving out wood
There's one thing.
disturbing you. You understand?
Yeah, there's one thing I hope though. I hope they don't try to force it in the middle of town, because everything doesn't have to be in the middle of town.
Oh no, I don't think.
Because
Town don't
there's
fall.
no space.
I
There's-
can't
you
find
need room
a
for
space to
parking.
park.
Exactly.
So it can be in town, definitely.
So Jamster, you're getting some hints over here.
As I'm glad this interview shot, so he ain't gonna pick at me anymore. But it can be in town.
Yes,
it can be in
yes.
town. Because there's no space.
Yeah,
It's already
yeah.
congested and crowded, and as you say, we have to provide parking. We have to provide
Exactly.
parking. This space is going to be, what's the word? It's going to be organic. It's going to be alive. It's going to be open, so you can have your lunch. You can come and have a lunch in a cafe setting or a restaurant setting and be entertained. So you have work opportunities for everybody. You have parking lots attendants, you have security, you have nightmen. So it's not a place where you go just open and shut down because nothing is happening. Something is always going to be happening there. Vendors, craft markets, everything.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
That sounds really good.
Very interesting.
I'm hoping that, that sounds good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
I have
that
my
it
tricks
picks
to
up.
draw out information.
And he's using all of them this morning on you, Marcia.
I know, all the wildcats is playing. Play a lot of Uno and jam stuff.
I thinking, okay, looking at all the space, everything. I think I have a good guess, maybe.
Sounds like Azard need to come on Monday to see what is there and X out on his list. This was missing.
You
Because
want-
we
you-
don't want to miss anybody or anything. We really don't want to.
We have a caller.
Yeah, we have. Oh wow, two. Okay, caller, try again. There was 2 calls, which I missed successively. So let's see if person calls back.
That could have been the person who knows the spot, Jamster.
Yeah, somebody might
I
lecture
didn't
out.
think so.
That's Call, go right ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Good morning, my loving daughter.
Morning, mommy.
Lulu.
Do not let it tie up your tongue, them to you. Do not let a lawyer boy tie up your tongue like somebody else. Keep your secret between your teeth. Tell them I say, take the time, kill ants, and they're going to find your belly.
That's right.
Right. See you. Be good. Good morning to Mello. Good morning to Mello Hancock.
Morning, Mela. You're always listening. She's a very avid listener.
Yeah,
Camilla
I'm
Hancock.
listening to you. She loves you.
Very, very good listener.
Love
to
you all,
Winnipeg.
dear. Keep up the good work, boy.
Okay.
Thank you,
Bye.
Lulu. You see,
Bye.
Lulu, before you go, I tell Jamster you better get Marcia's name right, cause Lulu
I was listening and you didn't start to call it wrong.
Jamster, not
I
me,
was listening, but
Jamster.
you catch yourself quick.
Jamster.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Jamster, Lulu.
You catch yourself quick.
Lulu, that's Jamster because me, why you come cross the street for me?
I always
It
I
was
see.
not going to your mother and your father. All of us used to live up behind. Y'all have a good day.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Okay, bye.
I always see it's because I always use the Alicia Keys thing as a template, because how
But
she
some
spell-
people actually they spell Marcia. And
Yeah,
they say
yeah.
Marcia. It's pronounced like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so.
Okay, here's another call. Caller, go right ahead. Feel free to let out where the location is if you know. Go ahead.
Good morning, guys.
Hey, good morning, Carl.
Morning.
Yes, Carl Rowney, and good morning to the listeners home and abroad. The location for the Monty Art Center, bury a long path on each side of the road, those lands there.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. I'm taking
Going
notes.
on there from the top of the road, going on to the monkey farm.
Yeah, from Mount Carmel Baptist, come down past Freights, come down there.
You have a lot of land going on there. See some people doing a little farm inside there.
Oh, I think
On
that's
the
a
side,
nursery. I think.
inside.
There's
That's
a
a
And
nursery.
on
flowers
the
or
other
something?
side of Freights and the mechanic shop, going on a little bit, there's a lot of land there gone down to the housing project.
Okay. Well, we'll
Over
inquire.
there is perfect location to put the multi-purpose art center, lots of parking, it out the way of the congestion of town. because the government and the private sector seem to think that everything must squeeze up in town like matches in a box.
I agree.
And I keep saying over the years and all the talk shows there,
Spread it out.
expand.
Spread it out.
Yes, spread it out, and that everybody don't have to come to town to work.
Yeah.
Right?
And the island is
Over
small.
there will be a very, very good area. Right?
Yes.
For the multi-purpose art center. You have all the land and you have all the parking, and it's not congested. Gone, guys.
Okay, wonderful.
you,
Let's see you
Carl.
on Monday, Cal. Monday at 6, Kuna Conference, if you can make it. I know you have some fabulous ideas and some fabulous critiques. We welcome them both. And we take your suggestion. I know exactly where he means. Come down there from
Yeah.
Mount Carmel. That's a lot of land.
Yeah, that's a lot
Yeah.
of land area.
And so we have to inquire who these lands belong
mean,
to, because we don't want lawyers
yes.
coming to
I even thought like I always felt like the cricket stadium
Stadium?
should have been somewhere else. And should have left
Yeah.
Wanapag largely unchanged. If anything, the only thing maybe should have happened to Wanapag is that maybe they could have put the basketball, a proper sporting indoor facility in there
Right.
at the 400
That's
meter
why
track.
all the sporting disciplines together in one place.
Yeah, not necessarily, but I just felt like cricket should have been somewhere else. You know, that had ample parking and so on.
Yes.
You know, because we have to get away from this Bastia-centric culture we have where everything has to be in Bastia.
That's true.
Yeah.
We'll get it finally.
Yeah.
So let me just close by welcoming again everybody to the Creative Arts Center Consultation and Mixer. Come and share your thoughts. Come and hear your views. Give your opinions. It's Monday, the 23rd of October. As you know, the weekend is finishing. So Monday, we're on at 6 p.m. at the Kuna Conference Room. Kuna is in Fort Lands. As you come off on the Bay Road, you just drive straight as if you're going to Lime Keel, and you see the place here with all the flags.
You want to take one more call?
That's okay.
Call or go right ahead. Okay. You did have two calls coming. Go ahead. If one comes in the next few seconds, we could try again.
So you get a chance to look at the plans, to look at the plans in detail and see what we provide, what is missing, what we overlook, because we are human. Sometimes we miss certain things, and so we have all ears and all eyes. So we want everybody included, all inclusive.
Okay.
Feel free to come. It's free, and give your opinion.
Is it going to be carried live on?
Oh, yes. We had a question about live streaming, because some persons are unable to attend physically, and some people actually overseas who would want to give their opinions. So as soon as that stream becomes available, we'll make it.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Sounds
Actually,
good.
was thinking about whether or not it will be live as well,
Yeah.
so persons could
I
interact.
find in this 2023, if you're having an event and it's not live, you ain't saying now.
Yes.
Like, because the physical audience is just like 2 as compared to 2,000 that you're going to see online. And once it's done properly, you can always go back. So if you miss it, you can go back and look at
watch
it.
it.
So
Yes.
there's always a growing audience
Okay.
years after. Yeah.
Definitely.
So anything you want to say about your plans for Carnival? Because I know you'll be probably involved with Carnival as well.
I am. That's probably going to take another interview. But the creative economy, we are working steadfastly on the opening of Carnival. We know we had a big opening last year, and
Yeah.
everybody's looking
I was
forward.
very impressed. I was very
So-
impressed with that.
Thank you. To
Yes.
another one that's going to be on the 15th of October. We also have, we do In the Spirit of Christmas. And then we have the folk engagement. So we have Folklore Avenue and the folk competition. And we have what everybody wants again to happen, the Midnight Escape. We had an event on Christmas Eve, which was a night, kind of night market and kids zone. And, we appreciate the vendors right there on the Bay Road. So we look forward to those events. And of course, we assist in the other events with parades and all the shows. So.
Okay. I have one more call here for you. Call or go right ahead from us.
I second the motion with Carl Brown, and I moving along with you in moving all of these activities out of Bastia between the buildings, and we could find other places outside of Bastia. We have passed the days when our people used to dance for the white people on the balcony and throwing down penny and so on. We got to move from between these buildings. And it's just not suitable anymore. If there's an activity as Frigate Bay and the Pasha, there's activities outside, but take it outside the town. Leave the commerce where it is. And if you're going to have some kind of activities, do it outside of Bastia. It's already congested and so many vehicles and all of that. And no. Leave it as it is, move away, and drive back to where you want to go. I think you're on the right path. If you're part of the Carnival Committee, alongside you. I agree with you.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution. Have a good day.
I just hope one thing, and I can't say this enough. I just hope that whatever plans you guys have, you're going to set aside ample land for parking.
Yes.
We have a lot of cars.
Parking is a serious challenge.
Yes.
I think it's everywhere is a yellow line. Every morning I leave my house, I say, Jesus, find me a spot.
The parking footprint should be probably as big as the facility itself, right?
Yes,
What do you think about it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Because we want to cater for different disciplines, different arts, and so we want to make sure that there's parking all around. Yeah.
Sounds good. And if it's going to be the first, why not make it grand?
Yes.
You know, because the chances are, when is another one going to be built? And should there even be thought of another one when we couldn't make it right the first time?
Correct.
Here's something I thought about. I imagine I wouldn't be surprised if it's probably. I imagine that they're probably considering the fact that maybe a facility like this will probably be like an emergency shelter as well. Was that discussed? Because I know usually in those bigger countries, usually when you have facilities like that, they're sufficiently hardened.
Yeah, because they have a lot of spaces.
Yes.
To accommodate.
Citizenry in the case of a hurricane.
So yes, there's that can be accommodated for or facilitated. We are not selling it as that.
Yeah, of course. Why I just mentioned it. Yeah, of course
so
not. Yeah.
In emergency, you just you have to adjust.
I think Jams, the good suggestion. I think Jams should join the NEMA team.
No, I just think that the politicians should be less short-sighted. That's how I would put it.
I know. Well, if they listen more, if they listen to us more, people on the ground, and I say us people on the ground, then they'll the change.
Chances are that's probably something they consider.
Especially when you know that when these natural disasters are coming, NEMA would say these are, the approved shelters and stuff like that. Yeah. To make sure that it makes on a list of approved shelter if in the event, God forbid, something. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. 9:26. So Masha, we give you the last.
You see what he said?
We give you the
Lolo listening to you.
Last word.
Lolo, that was Jamster.
Creative Economy is hosting a public consultation and mixer on Monday, 23rd of October. That's Monday coming. Don't miss it. It's 6 p.m. at the Kuna Conference. Come and share your views. We are building a home for creatives. If you don't know if you are creative, just shut up. Okay? It's a home for everybody. Security. Everybody, vendors, service providers, artisans, musicians, dancers, what have you. Come on out and share your views. We welcome all.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks for having me, guys.
You're always welcome here.
Yes. She's probably, she's a staple on the show. She comes
here
very often.
Name Miss Callings or not, you're always welcome.
That's right. Thank you so very much.
Welcome.
I'm an honorary member.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yes.
We're different. We're 98.9. 98.9. Win FM.
Get the drive with Lucozade Energy. Buy Lucozade and enter for a chance to win the grand prize of a Toyota Hilux. Plus, Win up to 500,000 instant prizes, including Fitbit watches, GoPros, earbuds, Amazon gift cards, and free Lucozade. To enter, buy one of the Lucozade Energy promo bottles and look under the cap for your code. Enter it online or send it via WhatsApp. See press and social media for details. Buy, win, and get the drive with Lucozade Energy today. Lucozade, taste the energy.
Magnum, my brand. Everybody put your Magnum in the air now. From you a drink Magnum, make me see. Take charge of things now your place now. From the river to the beach to the street. Hot Magnum and when me have in a me hand there. Give her a sip and she tell me sweet. Look for me watch for your quick time check. Yeah. Right now a Magnum a for your beat. Enjoy yourself every day of the week with a Magnum. My life I forget sweeter. Must be 18 years and older to drink. Drink responsibly.
Okay, and this is a good time to mention once again that a tropical storm watch is now in effect for St. Kitts and Nevis as of 5 a.m. This means that tropical storm conditions are possible within the next 48 hours. Residents are urged to closely monitor this system and be ready to activate their disaster plans if called upon. Additional information will be forthcoming throughout the day. So, folks, just to remind you, Tropical Storm Tammy, we are under Tropical Storm Watch as a result. Stay tuned for more information. And, of course, you can actively seek out information as well as the day proceeds, as the weekend proceeds. So, yeah, it's 9:29. Yeah, so I thought I'd get that out of the way. Mention it again. Yeah, so
we just have to be very cautious to ensure, that we do what needs to be done to remain safe as the storm, passes by. Get a little shopping done, not over the top, but, make sure that you have at least, those items that would not require electricity to be cooked or anything like that, those easy things, the sardines. If
I was just thinking the same thing. I was just thinking sardines. Sardines are very healthy, though. Huh?
Yeah, so sardines, and you could get your crackers.
Hey, caller, you're on the air.
Yes, good morning, guys. Carl here again.
Hey, Carl.
Has the young lady gone? If those lands that Bowie Long Park is tied up, there's the lands outside of Windsor University going on there, which is tied up in the land for debt swap.
Is that Hamilton?
Right?
The Hamilton area?
There's a lot of open land there, and those lands they are tied up in the land for debt swap, and they can't get none sell. They even got them up for lease or rent now.
Oh. Okay.
So may know how if you guys have driven in that area for quite a while.
I know that area. There's a lot. Yeah, I know that area.
Those lands they are tied up in the land for debt swap, so they have a lot of opportunities to get land now. And I'm sure that the bank and the government could sit down and work out some form of negotiation in terms of getting off some of those lands.
Well,
so that land going on there in Atlas, after you pass Windsor University going on there, that's a lot of land going on towards the gut, to go down there, towards Atlas gut. So, and that gone right back up the mountain. So they will know how to work out that with the banks, and the ministry will know the negotiation they will know to work out the negotiation to acquiring from the land the
Thank you, Carl. Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of rearing to hear where they're gonna be putting it. No, seriously.
Yes.
Where they're gonna be putting this place, because something we need, and it's gonna be interesting to see if the thinking and the culture is on its way to changing about the kinds of spaces that should be prioritized, and by that I mean spaces that have parking and that kind of thing. There's another call. Caller, you're on the air. Okay, on to the next caller. You're on the air.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Mr. Gumbs, your guest went?
Say that again?
The guest leave.
Oh, she left. She left. Yes.
I hear talking about Carnival and they're putting on extra freight people coming from the U.S. I want to know if they have any intention for the Virgin Island, because getting out of here is so hard.
Oh,
sometimes people want music festival and Carnival and you can't get out. You got a little small plane going to Nevis, and the airfare is must be almost $800.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so I saw it she leave because I listen and I hear talking about Carnival and what and so, but people here desperate and they can't get out. Some people have to go all the way to Miami to come to St. Kitts. If you're having an emergency, you can't even get out as you like. Since we had stopped one here 2017, we had no reliable airline. They stopped here from the two islands, St. Thomas, St. Croix, and they sent it back to St. Thomas, and they didn't send it back to St. Croix. That is how they do treat people here in St. Croix. So when you want to get out, you got to go St. Thomas, Puerto Rico, go to Nevis. Thank God for little Cape here, because right now is that people catching to go to Nevis, but you have to go to St. Thomas. If you don't go to St. Thomas, the ticket then it's higher than when you left straight from here to go to Nevis. So I want you to try it out there for me and ask whoever if they could try something, because they said they got into something with the Caribbean. People here desperate, Carnival coming up, people can't get out. Very hard.
That's an important consideration. That's a good consideration I want to highlight.
It's very hard. They stopped Leah from coming here 2017, and up to now nobody has a reliable.
But caller, I want to reassure you by pointing out that Caribbean Airlines, which used to be known as BWIA, they announced, it was in the news about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, that they're adding 12 more airplanes to make up for the additional demand that the
so you're hoping
the
that
fall of Leah.
So
eventually, I think
go down there.
I talking for St. Croix. I'm not talking for St. Thomas, because St. Thomas don't look for St. Croix. They send Leah back there once it's Sunday or whatever, and then think about St. Croix. So I talking for St. Croix.
Okay.
If they could get somebody to, because we need to get out. Sometimes people, look, they know me always in St. Kitts, Carnival and whatever. They always asking me, so you're going to get out, whatever. Up to the other gentleman asked me if I'm going to St. Kitts, asking me how we're going to get out. He said he has to go look up flight. It's very tight. So I asked the minister of tourism if she could try put on something for the people in the U.S. Please. If you have emergency, you get stuck. I was going to me, a gentleman on a plane. He said he's going to St. Lucia. He had to go through Miami to go to St. Lucia. That is so ridiculous. Wow. So ridiculous. So we don't have nothing at all here. And them little plane, the airfare is so high, you can't even sit on the plane. You can't even stand up, and they're hitting you these big price. $800 for a round trip. That's too much money. So, Mr. Gumbs and you, please try it out to me. If you have any other guests coming in talking about Carnival and airlines coming from America, ask them to throw something here for, because down here, every time election coming around, they tell you, oh, they are coming. 2 years ago, the congresswoman tell us that, and up to now, no Leah. We don't vote, they don't get in, and no Leah. So, Master, Minister Master, please, if you could help us out, please. Carnival coming up. People need to get out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Gumbs.
No problem. You too. Thank you so much for airing your concern. Thank you so much. Wow.
Okay. Well,
something to really consider. I mean, as plans are being made and, Carnival is coming up, And
But I'm
that's
sure
when a lot of persons want to come.
I'm sure that's gonna be sorted by December. I mean,
Well, I mean,
we
if we
had
have
said
any
there were-
guests, and so during the time we could, that could be a question that we pose to them.
So I'm just being told here that the storm will be a hurricane by tomorrow.
Oh
The
gosh.
the winds are at 60 miles per hour now. So
Yeah, you realize how outside is though? What you gonna say, sunny?
no. No, it's definitely overcast. Yeah.
Making sure maybe something's wrong with me. So I'm making
No.
sure.
I mean, yesterday I had to check because I was like, "Wait, it's sunny out there. What was he talking about?" Yes.
So yes, it's.
Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find like a weather channel report or something, or one of those people, because I think people need to hear something. Probably need to hear something current and something that's just not red, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let me see if I find something, because I feel like this is looking like it's gonna be serious.
I'm thinking, you better get those sardines.
Oh, I have sardines home. Trust me.
And the thing about it, sardine increased the price. It's like $4 something.
Well, for something. Can you imagine?
I almost want to believe that, a couple months ago, before the increase in prices, I think it was like 2 something. Wasn't it like 2 something?
Yeah, it used to be like, yeah. I just feel like a lot of these food producers, they just use COVID as an excuse, and COVID and the war as an excuse to just crank things up.
Yeah, I think the last time I bought sardine, I think it was like $4.60 for the tin. Yeah, it's crazy. The price has gone up, man. And as you look for that article, let's see what else is in, and
okay, so I'm here looking at, in the meantime, just trying to find something I can play so that people can get an idea. And then I'm looking at the time it was posted as well. Let me see.
Okay, so this is something that was posted an hour ago, which means that it was posted while we were here talking on the show. This is Loop News, and it says that the governments of Antigua and Barbuda, Montserrat, and St. Kitts and Nevis have placed their islands under tropical storm watch due to the passage of Tropical Storm Tammy. These new tropical storm advisories add to the ones that were issued last evening for Barbados, Dominica, Martinique, and Guadeloupe. At 5 a.m. on Thursday, the center of the tropical storm Tammy was located 775 kilometers east-southeast of Guadeloupe, with winds that were around 40 miles per hour. So it says here that the U.S. Hurricane Center, NHC, said Tammy is moving over very warm water as it nears the Leeward Islands, which should allow the storm to strengthen despite continued moderate wind shear. NHC has forecast that Tammy is likely to be near hurricane strength when it moves near or over the Leeward Islands between Friday and Saturday. So, yeah, as you were saying earlier, yeah, it seems like it's expected to be a hurricane by Friday, Saturday, and during that time is when it's expected to be passing by. So we really have to be aware and be cautious, and do what we have to do to prepare for that, no tropical storm, maybe hurricane by then.
I just had I just got a WhatsApp from someone saying it's very sunny outside, Jam. So not overcast, but actually when I looked out here just now, it was overcast. At least where I am, looking out to the window.
Yeah,
there were no, but it's sunny now.
Yeah, but strangely enough, there's some areas, even in the island, it might be pouring with rain, and just you could see over on the other side. Like at one time,
it's raining
in Bastia, maybe one area it's raining, and then you could see over in the Bird Rock area, it's just the sun is shining over there.
I will tell you something that happened to me a few weeks ago. I had a gig, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to set up Azard,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember it's one of those indoor and outdoor at the same time type deals because the walls are open, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember when I finished setting up, I said, you know what? Let me put these. I have these plastic bags, the bags that the speakers came in. I kept them to put over them in case rain comes.
Yes.
I remember I said, you know, let me put these things on, and I was thinking, well, I probably look foolish to these people putting bags on these things because Azard, it didn't look like it was gonna rain.
You were like,
if you looked at the sky, honestly, you looked at the sky, it was like that's like a 1% chance of rain.
They're probably saying, "Who's this Noah in here?"
But
Noah the rain.
Azard, when I went home to change.
Mm-hmm.
When I went back, it had rained. Frigate Bay.
Yeah.
It had rained, and then the guy said it rained hard too. And I was telling him, I said, you know, when I was leaving here, I was like feeling kind of stupid because I was looking at it and saying, it's probably not.
You had a Noah moment.
But it rained.
You had a Noah moment in the sense that,
yeah,
you know,
it did rain. The guy said it rained hard too.
Yes.
And if I hadn't covered them, the speakers would have gotten wet and they might have been damaged.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
I said, wow. Boy, yeah. So, you never know. I mean, I've always read where people who visit, not Europeans, Americans who visit here, they always talk about how it rains on a dime in the tropics, and it really does because 1 minute you look at the sky and say, "There's no way it's gonna rain," and the next thing you look, on a dime, it's raining, yeah.
You know, Barbados was like that. I think even more than here, St. Kitts, because you know we haven't been having rain as often as before, but like in Barbados we're studying, it's like you're out and then as soon as you leave it's raining and it just stops, and that was.
But it's like that here too, wouldn't you say? And the drops, the rain, raindrops are huge when you're in Canada and the US and so. Rain is like a spray sometimes. It's like somebody spraying you in a bottle. But our raindrops are like you're laughing on the size of mints.
I've never considered it.
But it's true. I've noticed it. He's like, wow, look at that. It's like, wow, it explodes like the size of a bullet. It just, you know.
I'm sure persons listening, perhaps if it rains and you know it's expected to rain in the coming days, it probably will be watching to see if it's like those drops that you speak of this morning.
Yeah. So I'm here looking for a report to play. Let me see, because like I said, I think sometimes people are okay. T.S. Tammy, I'm on YouTube, so I'm looking for something. All of these reports that I did a search for here. Okay, so I have one for CBS Miami. Oh, that's 15 hours ago. That's a little too old. 1 day ago.
No, that's definitely
that's 2 days ago. What's going on here? I mean, where's the new stuff?
Well, I did say that Luke gave out something
I was
like
looking
an hour ago.
Yeah, but I was looking for something like a video, you know. That's what I meant. Yeah, a video to play that where someone was explaining.
So while you're there, right, you know, there has been new leadership for Women in Maritime Association Caribbean. So the Women in Maritime. Maritime. So the Women in Maritime Association Caribbean has a newly elected governing council, and they conducted a regional conference and 6th annual general meeting under the theme Navigating Horizons, mobilizing stronger networks for Caribbean women towards a sustainable maritime industry. End of quote. And it says here, this dynamic, empowering, and informative conference brought together members affectionately called sisters from approximately 15 countries across the Caribbean, and the newly elected governing council consists of President Dr. Yvette Smith Johnson from Jamaica, immediate past President Tamara Lowe James of Dominica. We have Vice President Research and Development Suzette Balcaran, Trinidad and Tobago. We have Director of Finance, we have Leela. We have Vice President Public Relations and Marketing, Tricia King of St. Kitts and Nevis. We have Vice President Membership, Abigail Bryan, Jamaica. We have Member at Large, Carlita Benjamin, Dominica. And we have Director of Corporate Affairs, we have Raquel Forbes, Jamaica. And Vice President Women and Development, Katina Ben, Guyana. And we have Operations Manager, Valerie Simpson, Jamaica. So they're saying that the conference hosted 80 participants, including the newly launched student chapter at the Caribbean Maritime University, Jamaica. So member-only annual general meeting had representatives from Aruba, Antigua and Barbuda, Bahamas, Belize, Curacao, Dominica, Guyana, Haiti, Jamaica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Suriname, and Trinidad and Tobago. The key speaker was Eva Lewis, Director of City Jamaica and St. Lucia National. She challenged a captivated audience to refine network, focusing on purposefulness, the value of mentorship, and being vulnerable. It was awe-inspiring and empowering. So there has been the election of a new executive for the Women in Maritime Association Caribbean. It's WIMAC. Yes.
I think I found something from the Weather Channel from 2 hours ago. So I think that's pretty current, right?
So what are they saying?
Well, I'm gonna play it now. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, let's see if this. And why is this not playing? What's going on? Oh, okay. Okay, folks. I tried to play you something. It's 9:41. 9 minutes until
9:51.
Oh, there's one from 45 minutes ago. Okay, let's do that one instead. But I do not understand why there's no audio. Okay, media volume. Okay, let's see.
The east in the open waters of the Atlantic. So there's.
Okay, here we go.
It stopped.
Yeah, I'll put it back to the beginning. Okay. Seems as though they're having a lot of traffic. Okay, come on. Let's get this going. It seems as though this is going to be fairly serious, this storm. So I just want everyone to be on their P's and Q's. And
yeah,
I do not understand why this is just. It's buffering here. Just give me a second. I'm trying to get this.
I just we have some nice music in the background. Very comforting.
Tropical storm Tammy has increased in strength. Winds now 60 miles per hour. It is approaching the Leeward Islands, and that's where our tropical storm watches have been posted. So Friday, Saturday is when we'll see this storm move near or over the Leeward Islands, bringing impacts of heavy rain and wind. Beyond there, it will turn to the northeast. A front coming off the U.S. coast is going to keep Tammy well to the east in the open waters of the Atlantic. So there's a look at the track and the rainfall that is expected over the Leeward Islands. We could certainly see some flooding, widespread amounts of about 2 to 5 inches with isolated higher amounts expected.
Okay, so yeah.
It strike me the name Tammy. Tammy is like, a nickname, like we're welcoming a friend, you know what I mean?
Tammy's such a nice name, right?
Yes, when you said Tammy, it's like you're welcoming a friend.
I know Winnie L is not pleased right now. Hi, Tammy.
Yes, Tammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can always expect the jokes about when these storms have the names of people everyone know, like popular people, and then you have the usual jokes and so on.
Yes.
And
These names, So.
And I guess those people are probably glad when let's say if it's a fairly serious storm and then they retire the name. And they probably go, well, okay, at least no one's gonna make fun of me, anymore.
Yes.
Okay, so folks, we just hope that everyone does what needs to be done to be prepared for this storm. We expect that we'll be getting more information as the days as the days proceed. And it's also important to try and seek out information on your own as well. I have, for example, on my phone, I have the Weather Channel app and the AccuWeather app, which both are installed. Yes. Someone just sent me one. Somebody just sent me something to play, but it turns out. Well, I did play one, and this was actually one I saw on YouTube, but this is an old one, which is why I didn't play it.
Okay. And in this article it says Bahamian nationals, evacuated from Israel, and this is from on the 18th of October. This article was published. It says the Bahamas has said that all of its nationals who sought help to leave Israel. Is Israel I said first?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bahamas?
People.
Okay.
The Bahamas has said that all its nationals who sought help to leave Israel have been safely evacuated. And it says in a statement, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said the last Bahamian was evacuated on Monday, and on a flight organized by the government of Canada. Says last week, Minister of Foreign Affairs said 3 Bahamians had sought assistance from the government to leave Israel after the war broke out on October 7th. One Bahamian was able to leave Israel for Morocco, while basketballer Zane Knowles and another person remained in Israel.
Oh yeah, I saw an article about that. But that basketballer guy last week.
The ministry thanked Canada for providing space for Bahamians on their flight. Wow.
Yeah. We're all over the world. Eh?
Yeah.
Well, I had an aunt. My aunt actually studied in Israel. So
Okay.
So
wow.
I think they used to provide scholarships for St. Kitts Davis. I remember at the time. And she had she was there for a while. So she was like 4 years or so. Yeah, that was always interesting. Israel. Okay, now why is this person calling me while I'm on the air? Makes you wonder.
They're out to get you.
No, but here am I talking with the mic open and someone is calling me. I'm wondering how they're thinking that makes sense.
They probably don't know you're talking at this moment. Is it a familiar number that
I'm
ought to have known?
It's one of those numbers where I'm seeing the number and there's no name. So
yeah, so probably they probably didn't know.
Okay, so who is this crazy person? Okay. Let me call him while he's actually talking on the air.
Maybe he doesn't know, man. He or she, maybe he or she doesn't know.
I'm just
Yes,
joking.
I
I'm
know.
just joking. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. So we have 3 minutes until 10 o'clock. Once again, everyone, we have tropical. We were on the tropical storm watch for.
You were talking about the Pan Am
Tammy.
Games,
Yeah.
right? And Antigua and Barbuda will be sending 8 athletes to compete in the Pan American Games in Chile. The team includes athletes that will compete in disciplines such as swimming, athletics, and kiteboarding. The team Antigua and Barbuda, you have one person for tennis, you have one for athletics, and two for boxing. I'm seeing kiteboarding. Yeah.
Kiteboarding? Yeah. I didn't even realize that was a sport.
Kiteboarding. Yes.
Yeah, I
sorry.
didn't realize that was a sport,
Kiteboarding. Yes. And swimming and sailing. So I'm seeing. Yeah. They sent an 8-member team. Should be interesting.
Yeah, I haven't heard about any team for St. Kitts Nevis. But, no shade. I was just be matter of fact, because I remember I was looking earlier in the week to see who was representing Jamaica and who was representing the US, and the Jamaican team was like almost all names I don't know. So they're probably not taking it that serious, because most of their people, I guess, have already qualified for the Olympics. So yeah.
Earpiece to operate second special flight to Antigua and Barbuda. So Earpiece.
That's the Nigerian airline. Yeah.
So it says Earpiece announced that he will be operating a special service between Nigeria and Antigua and Barbuda later this month.
Okay.
Every time I'm thinking about traveling Antigua and Barbuda and an African country, I just remember.
You mean what happened? Yeah.
And the whole, it just brings my mind back to that situation.
I honestly don't know what they were thinking when.
I think it was, it was which African? You remember which state it was? African state?
You mean Cameroon?
Yeah. Yeah. So my mind goes back to that situation, right? I was actually thinking Cameroon, but I was like, was it that one? But since you said that it had to be, if my mind's thinking, yeah. So I'm thinking that happened, I think, in December last year. And here they are again with this attempt. Hopefully it doesn't end in the same result. It doesn't end the same way. The result ain't the same. So, they said that in a social media post, ERP said in August 2023, we made history as the first Nigerian airline to fly direct to the Caribbean. Now we're set for another special flight to Antigua and Barbuda on October 30th, 2023. A 5-day business trip to explore the business and tourism sides of the Twin Island nation. Let's create Caribbean memories together. Anyone interested in booking a seat on the special flight is asked to contact Earpiece via 0909 3424 316, or you can contact them via email businessdevelopment@flyearpiece.com. I think it's safe, to conclude this morning's program. We urge you to continue to look at the weather forecast as we are on the watch, and so do have continue to have a pleasant day, guys. Stay safe. If all goes well, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Another Island Tea.
Let's hope it just stays at what it usually is. Johnny cake weather, where you know we just get a bunch of well-needed rain, and you get to eat some Johnny cakes and corned beef and all that stuff we don't normally eat, but somehow tastes much better than it normally tastes during. You ever noticed that?
Mm-hmm.
That stuff always tastes.
You mean? I think people. You mean during the rainy
Yeah,
weather? I think.
yeah.
I don't know. I think food consumption is greater during cold. At least for me, you feel like you want to eat more. I guess to keep you warm.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe to burn energy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, maybe for energy, for warmth. Perhaps that's what it's for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we are going to shut it down here. So folks, keep an eye on the weather. Go to the weather channel. Why you laugh?
The phrase "shut it down."
Well, yeah. Well, shut down the show. Anyway.
Yeah, I know it means.
But folks, do what you have to do, and
I was just imagining
somebody of the weather.
I just imagine someone screaming, say, "Shut it down, Jamster! Shut it down!" Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's keep our fingers crossed and hope tomorrow morning we're actually able to come in here. I mean, based on the timeline, it seems as though things will really start. The weather will start being more apparent.
The Friday into the Saturday.
Friday, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Have a great day, everyone.
Yeah.
Get the drive with Lucozade Energy. Buy Lucozade and enter for a chance to win the grand prize of a Toyota Hilux. Plus, win up to 500,000 instant prizes, including Fitbit watches, GoPros, earbuds, Amazon gift cards,